Good morning, guys. Good morning, beautiful people. I'm going to read you a meditation this morning from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. It's translated by my meditation teacher, Lorin Roche, to the Radiance Sutras. And what I'll do is I'll read the sutra, then I'll just talk to it a little bit, and then I'll read it a couple more times, maybe calling out a few cues, and then maybe just talk to how you can use it today or whenever. And so you can really tune in as much or as little as you want to this. You can be lying out flat on the floor, you can be sat at the breakfast table, you can be slumped on the sofa, you could be out walking. It doesn't matter. As long as you're relaxed, then that's all you need. So maybe just take a little breath just to settle yourself. This is Sutra number 9. The senses declare an outrageous world. Sounds and scents, ravishing colors and shapes, ever-changing skies, iridescent reflections. All these beautiful surfaces decorating vibrant emptiness. The God of love is courting you, light as a feather. Every perception is an invitation into revelation. Hearing, seeing, smelling, tasting, touching. Ways of knowing creation. Transmissions of electric realization. The deepest reality is always right here. Encircled by splendor, in the center of the sphere, meditate where the body thrills to currents of intimate communion. Follow your senses to the end and beyond, into the heart of space. Now, most of life can be an assault on our senses, on our nervous system. Certainly if you're watching the news at the moment. So much so that we become desensitized, seeking ever louder stimulation to fulfill us or to hold our attention. And so we lose our ability to really use the senses in a way that nourish us. Rarely are we in a state of peace or alignment with life, in flow state, so that we're able to really perceive everything that's going on. And the senses are a pathway to a deep sense of love of life, for self, for all the magical experience. These senses are what enable us to really tune in. So wake them up. We want spidey senses, not senseless. And so instead of taking those senses for granted, where our quality of attention is low, this sutra is about cherishing the senses and what they can give us. So whether it's delighting in your breakfast, looking out to a blue or patterned sky and taking that light in to your eyes and to your body, seeing a candle reflection in the bath water, feeling breeze through the window on your skin. These are all simple yet beautiful sensations that we can receive if we're tuned in to doing so, to take the gift they offer. And when we're in a state of love for life, of taking the pleasure that everything has to offer, we're in a space of rich experience and gratitude. And when we're there, life is that little bit much sweeter. Life is full of love. And love is what we're here for and what we're all made of. The senses declare an outrageous world. Sounds and scents, ravishing colors and shapes, ever-changing skies, iridescent reflections. All these beautiful surfaces decorating vibrant emptiness. The God of love is courting you, light as a feather. Every perception is an invitation into revelation. Hearing, seeing, smelling, tasting, touching, ways of knowing creation. Transmissions of electric realization. The deepest reality is always right here. Encircled by the splendor in the center of the sphere. Meditate where the body thrills. Meditate where the body thrills to currents of intimate communion. Follow your senses to the end and beyond, into the heart of space. All these beautiful surfaces decorating vibrant emptiness. Life is just one big ball of energy, and it is through our methods of perception that we bring form and shape and color and sound to them. We are creating this magical experience. And the God of love is courting you light as a feather. Every subtle perception and experience is there for you to jump right into. Every perception is an invitation to love. Meditate where the body thrills to currents of intimate communion. Meditate with what thrills you. Meditate with what makes you feel amazing, delicious, alive, inspired. And that moment of intimate communion, well, everything is in relationship. We are in relationship with all of our surroundings, and through deep attention and being tuned in, we can take more thrills from that experience. Follow your senses to the end and beyond, into the heart of space. Not only do we sense matter, but we also sense space. Whether it's the space between molecules and particles that vibrate, whether it's the space between sounds and musical notes. Perceiving so deeply that you can attune to the pause as well as the noise or the solid or whatever else. The senses declare an outrageous world. Sounds and scents, ravishing colors and shapes, ever-changing skies, iridescent reflections, all these beautiful surfaces decorating vibrant emptiness. The God of love is courting you, light as a feather. Every perception is an invitation. Every perception is an invitation into revelation. Hearing, seeing, smelling, tasting, touching. Ways of knowing creation, hearing, seeing, smelling, tasting, touching. Transmissions of electric realization that the deepest reality, the deepest real reality is always, always right here, encircled by splendor in the center of the sphere. Meditate where the body thrills. Meditate where the body thrills to currents of intimate communion, to currents of intimate communion. Follow your senses to the end and beyond, into the heart of space, into the heart of the matter. So you guys may well have already kind of tuned in to a specific sense whilst listening to that. But today maybe just play around, just even like gently, the lightest way you possibly can, just touching your fingertips together to cue in those spidey senses. Whether it's a warm shower, whether it's smelling a neighbor's lunch that's cooking, whether it's hearing birds. What deliciousness can you take from all of those sensory experiences? Even the hum of the traffic, just tuned in to feel the vibration. That's all sound is vibrations that we make sense of. And see what thrills you guys. Have beautiful days.